Previously on Dragon Age.
I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have.
You helped a blood mage escape! All our prevention measures for naught! Because of you!
I don't believe we've met, but I've certainly heard a lot about your talent. My name is Wynne, and I congratulate you on your harrowing, marvelous work. The Fade is a dangerous place.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
Circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does.
The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade, without hurting Connor himself.
You can find Lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
Circle Tower is not that far from here.
That is an excellent point. One of the treaties is also for the Circle of Magi, after all.
Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride. Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we wait and pray.
And I thought you were out of my life forever.
Well, look who's back. A proper Grey Warden now, are we? Glad you're not dead.
You don't mean that.
Perhaps. Now we're dealing with a situation that doesn't involve you, Grey Warden.
This tower was my home. I want to know what's happened.
I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. We were too complacent. First Jowan, now this. Don't think I've forgotten your role in Jowan's escape.
Well, I'm glad my friend escaped from you.
I can only hope that someday Jowan gets what he deserves. But right now I have other pressing concerns.
What has become of the first enchanter?
We don't know. We saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
All right. What can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
How can you think of annulling the entire circle?
You assume that there will be any mages left to kill. This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
The mages are not defenseless. Some must still live.
If any are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
I will look for the survivors.
I assure you, an abomination is a force to be reckoned with, and you will face more than one.
I've encountered several abominations in my time. None of them have stood against me.
If you succeed, I would owe you much, enough that I would pledge my Templars to your cause. Without word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
Alright, we have an agreement. Let me search.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
So, that's pretty much the two options before us. You can choose to basically destroy all the mages in the tower, or try to find the survivors and convince the Templars not to conduct the rite of annulment, which is a way of saying basically obliterating the circle completely. And of course, I think if it was any other character at this point, I would put it to a vote. But given Vexus's history, especially with Greagoir, there is no way he's going to let the Templars slaughter any remaining mages if they're indeed still alive. So, just for purely story purposes, Vexus is going to search for survivors and try to save the circle, which is he probably still considers his home. Just really quick to see if we can get anything from the quartermaster.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Do you have any supplies?
Yes. Would you like to trade?
Alright. Quick look. Ah, he's got a backpack. Good. Alright, that increases our total count. We have Remarkable Malachite as a gift for Shale. Wow, that's an expensive belt. Although it's pretty cool. I might have to come back for that. Let's see. Any mage stuff that we might want? Ooh, really cool staff, but again, we can't quite afford it yet. And I'm sure we'll find some magical stuff actually inside the tower. But in any case, let's go. Oh no. Bodies of Templars, but more importantly, bodies of mages everywhere. I'm willing to bet a lot of my old friends are laid out across here as well.
Let's get started.
And of course, this used to be the apprentices' quarters, where we started the game. Not very much around here.